get a partner like Grit that is able to take that off our plate and not just, help us refocus to our priorities, give us that peace of mind, that freedom to grow, but also enhance it. And I can't wait to start talking about some of the things that Grit has done to really enhance our IT structure, so much so that we brag about it to our clients. And it's actually now a legitimate, written down, documented sales point with any time we meet a prospect. So.
Well, we'll get to that in a second. If you can remember, like, just kind of going back a little bit to that point, though, obviously we had some back and forth, and obviously we both felt that there was as an opportunity there. But for you guys, what was it that was like, this is the company I want to go with? Can you remember maybe some initial thoughts of like what ultimately was the key pieces there for you? And, I know you work closely with your dad over there too, but, it was definitely something there that was like, I think this is going to work. I'll leave it at that.
Absolutely. My father's not the most tech savvy person. He really had no interest in this meeting at all. I don't even think he showed up. He might have just, cracked open the door and said hi. That's usually his MO. But, he's like, look, just choose whoever you think is the best. And I would say my methodology, to, ring back on what I just reiterated about, making sure that they have a presence online, that they're a real company, that they do have clients, they do have feedback, they're out there, But I guess my second tier is just meeting that first introductory meeting, that first impression, and not to, toot your own horn, or toot your horn, I should say. But I mean, you had a great personality. You explained what Grit does very well with clarity, and you made it very easy for us to understand, because in a certain degree, this meeting was it was a distraction. It was taking time away from what we could have been doing. We could have been outside selling. We could have been focusing on our clients' needs and wants, the endless amount of tickets that we get weekly and daily. So for you to turn that meeting to something that actually interested us and got us excited was probably the biggest turning point. So when I explain HR and payroll to our clients, I have to use it in a way where it's going to excite them, because really it's just a nuisance.